You'll never be as good as your sister. That was my father's voice, hard, sharp, dismissive, cutting through the room like stone. It wasn't just a comment. It was a sentence, meant to humiliate me in front of the whole family, like I didn't belong at my own table. I stood. My chair scraped the floor, loud and final. I looked him straight in the eye, then at my mother, and finally at Rachel, the saint they all worshipped. Then tell her to pay all the bills, I said. My voice didn't falter. I'm not sending money anymore. For the first time in years, silence fell. My mother blinked, confusion written across her face. What money? We never received a single dollar from you. And there was the crack I'd been waiting for, the moment their perfect illusion started to crumble. It had begun 5 years ago. My parents begged me to help keep the family afloat, while Rachel lived her dream in college. Meanwhile, I was grinding through 2 jobs, stacking hours until my lungs burned. If you love us, you'll help, they said. I wired money every month, rent, utilities, medical bills. I barely ate, barely slept, believing I was carrying everyone on my back. No thanks, no acknowledgement. But I told myself love didn't require gratitude. I believed that until the day I overheard my mother on the phone with Rachel. He's useless. Always will be. We can't rely on him for anything. I froze, my fists clenched, but I stayed silent. That was the first time I realized my money wasn't just being ignored. It was being erased along with my worth. The numbers didn't add up. The bills they showed me kept climbing, yet nothing in the house improved. The roof still leaked. The lights still flickered. But Rachel, she always had the newest phone, the latest car, the most expensive clothes. Then I found it, an email Rachel had forgotten to log out of. Bank transfers. My transfers funneled straight into her account. Memo lines read, family support, emergency fund. Every dollar I sent wasn't keeping them alive. It was feeding her lifestyle. They hadn't just lied. They'd used me. And worse, they sneered while cashing in my sacrifice. I didn't explode. Explosions burn out too fast. I went cold. I stopped seeing myself as their son, their brother. I became their creditor, silent, patient, watching the interest rise. While they thought I was still their obedient mule, I started making moves. Step 1, evidence. Every receipt, every transfer, every email. 5 years' worth, neatly organized into devastating folders. Step 2, control. I rerouted my paycheck, closed accounts they could access, froze credit cards in my name. Step 3, detonation. I waited until Rachel was at the table, until both parents were listening, until they sneered at me one last time. Then I cut the cord in a single sentence. I'm not sending money anymore. Huh. My mother's denial was almost comical. What money? We never received anything. I interrupted, calm but sharp. Check Rachel's account. Rachel's fork clattered against her plate. My father frowned. What are you talking about? I pulled my phone from my pocket and slid it across the table. Folder after folder. Transfers, screenshots, bank logs, their names, signatures, her account. I watched the blood drain from their faces. 5 years of sacrifice, exposed. 5 years of betrayal, undeniable. Rachel's lips parted, but no words came. She knew the game was over. My father finally spoke, his voice small for the first time in my life. Why? Why didn't you say something earlier? I leaned closer. Because I wanted you to believe your own lie. I wanted you to sneer while you stole. I wanted this moment, when the mask rips off and you see what you've done. Silence. Heavy, suffocating. Then I stood. Rachel can handle the bills now. After all, she's the good one. Huh. I walked out that night and didn't look back. They called, texted. First excuses, then begging, then threats. I never replied. The last message from my mother read, "We need you, please." The truth? They never needed me. Not really. They needed what I could give. And now that supply was gone, they were left with each other. The golden child and the parents who raise or consume. I'm free. They told me I'd never be as good as my sister. They were right. I'm better. Because unlike them, I understand the value of sacrifice and the power of walking away.